Today's practice is called the Self-Compassion Break, and it was created by Dr. Kristin Neff. The idea for today is that when we are stressed or anxious or worried or somehow disrupted in any kind of way, we have different ways of reacting to that, different strategies. We might just suppress our feelings, or we might want to be distracted. We might do something that makes us feel good. We all have very different ways of dealing with the stress. So this particular practice is really something about approaching what is distressing us rather than avoiding it or evading it. That is not to say that distraction or any of our other strategies are bad. This is just a different way of doing it. It's really about approach rather than avoidance. So I'd like to start with a little bit of bodily embodiment, let's say, embodiment of the attitude and the intention of the practice. So if you will join me, we will stand up. I'm going to move my chair. So stand up, feet sort of hip distance apart. And it's a very simple thing. We're literally just going to move our bodies in a way that shows that we are open to what is there. So you may start like this, and then you're going to open and be in touch with what is there. Open, be in touch. Open, your shoulders are down, your chest is nice and stretched wide. Bringing it back. Breathing in and breathing out. Try to alternate the hand that is on top. Breathing in, out. In, out. In, out. In, and out. So that was just a way of helping us through our body to be open and in touch with what is there. So now we're ready for the self-compassion break. Posture, as always, feet firmly grounded on the floor, shoulders down, relaxed. Try and keep your spine reasonably upright, but you need to be relaxed. Chin slightly tucked in, eyes open or shut, whichever you prefer. All right, so let's begin. I would like you to be in touch, to bring to mind whatever it is that is worrying you at the moment. It doesn't have to be the thing that is worrying you the most, but obviously we're living in a time where many things are anxious. So you may be worried about yourself, you may be worried about others, you may be worried about the financial situation, you may be worried about what's happening all around the world. So whatever it is, just allow to bubble up whatever feels most prominent in this moment. And the first step, this is a 3-step practice. So the first step is a mindfulness step. It is really about acknowledging and noting and observing what is there. So whatever it is, just be in touch with it. Try and explore this feeling. How does it feel in your body when you're thinking about whatever it is that is upsetting you in this moment? Do you feel any tightness or heaviness anywhere? Or perhaps you don't feel anything in your body? And looking at this, recognizing that this is painful. This is a moment of suffering. So it's a real recognition, an observation that this at the moment is really hard. And you may feel, if you're comfortable to do so, perhaps even bringing your hands somewhere that feels comforting and repeating to yourself silently whatever words suit you. So it could be something like, this is a moment of suffering. This truly is suffering. Or, this is really hard. I'm finding this pretty difficult. This is not easy. So just repeating to yourself a few times words that speak to you, that sound authentic and genuine for your feeling in this moment. Yep, this is hard. So this is really an acknowledgement of how you're feeling right now. And the second step is the recognition that suffering and pain and hardship is the lot of all human beings, really. This is what comes with life. We have joy, we have happiness, we have love, but we also have suffering. So this really is something that joins us all together, and that's particularly highlighted at the moment when we know that this pandemic is affecting the entire world. So this is a recognition again that suffering is part of the human condition. Suffering is something that I share with all other human beings. I am not alone. In some ways, it is part of what makes us a community. Suffering is part of our common humanity. So allow those words to sink in for you and to sense how joined up and connected we all are in this moment. Suffering is part of the human condition. It is one of the aspects of our common humanity. So that is the second step. The third step is the step of self-compassion. It's how can I treat myself kindly in this moment? What can I do to be kind to myself? So again, you may want to use a comforting gesture, or you may use words to comfort yourself, to speak to yourself kindly as you would to a friend. Acknowledging, yeah, I'm doing my best. What can I do to be kind to myself in this moment? So it could be something quite practical, like making yourself a cup of tea, something that would restore a sort of sense of comfort to yourself, to your body. Or you may want to connect with people that you love. You may want to make a phone call or a FaceTime call to your children or to your loved ones or to a friend. So really finding what ways you can be kind to yourself in this moment of suffering. And that really is a way of treating ourselves the way that we would like to be treated and the way we treat others, or that we would like to be treating others. So really this is a little three-step practice. The first step, the mindfulness of recognizing whatever our feeling is in the here and now. The second step is recognizing that this is part of the human experience. This is life. This is our common humanity. And the third step is that of kindness towards oneself. What can I do to be kind to myself in this moment? So I hope you find this practice helpful. As I advise with all the practices, maybe once you've switched off the video, take a few minutes to absorb the impact on you And of course, if you wish to do this at a much slower pace, then that's entirely up to you. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay well and see you soon.